What's up, YouTube? John Connor. This is my 84 Cutlass. This thing is a hopper, 3-wheel both sides, little 130 motor in it. South Carolina plate. AK in the back glass. I cut the little target top out of it, sanded it down, foiled everything up, gold foil. I call it an 84 because I got the 85 442 F3X kit and it had 3 front clips in it, so I put the 84 front clip on it and the cow hood, because this is actually the Hearst, the 83 Hearst with the 84 clip on it. This is a Tester's Lime Ice, no clear coat on it. Just hit it with the scratch remover, polished it all out, little wax. Just trying something different. You know, when you spray paint and then you spray clear, you're really trying to get 2 finishes out of it. One good finish from the paint and then another good finish from the clear. So just trying to avoid the wet sanding process, being lazy in the wintertime. I black trimmed all the windows. I had to make a windshield for it. The windshield that came with it was so warped, couldn't do anything with it. Got to go back and smooth some of the pieces of foil up wherever I put the glass in. It ruffled them up a little bit, but I left the bumpers painted green and just trimmed them out. Put an AK in the back. See the exhaust tips. We got mirrors on the floor, gold mirror. See the gold trim all around the quarter glass right there, and then the black, well, simulated trim on the inside of the gold. Just take your time and detail it out. Alright, check out my key in the ignition that I made out of a piece of scrap. I dropped that key on my shop floor a couple times. You can imagine what a pain it was to find it. Key ring, and then a little keychain. Orange radio dial. Just as you see, I didn't use the gauge cluster for the numbers and the dial and everything. I just put a piece of gold mirror back behind there. Chrome pedals down in there. There you go, you can check out the key. Just something different, something fun. A little detail piece. That's the Hearst shifter. I cut the other 2 shifter handles off of it and just made one. Got a hood prop for it, but just for filming purposes. See the spark plug boots, spark plug wires, it's all plumbed up, fully plumbed up. Low curly hues off the master cylinder. Got a little braided red wire coming off the alternator, running all the way back. Wipers all detailed out. Upper control arms, lower control arms, all scratch built. I did this one a little bit different. I just let the strokes hang out on this one, old school style, and then the A-arms are just a piece of stock that's looped around instead of a piece of sheet styrene. But I'll go ahead and flip it over. At the bottom, I got the batteries all plumbed up too. Braided fuel line, and I made the distributor. Lower control arms made out of sheet styrene. You see I kept the torsion bars and everything on the front of this one. Just trimmed them up. I got spring cups on it. This car, I don't have the control arm. Oh, yeah, I do. This car, I made weird A-arms for it to begin with. I just want to try something different. You see they're long arm swing A-arms. They're going to work like that. But with this pivot being way up here, the geometry wasn't right. Whenever it swung down, it was just kind of getting out from under the spring instead of just twisting the spring like this. So it's important to keep the spring. Get something to point with here. It's important to keep this spring close to this axle, this pivot center line right here where you got your pin. Keep that spring pretty close to there. That way it's trying to twist the spring like that, where the other A-arm was just kind of just falling out from under it with the long travel. And you can see the holes right here that I had drilled for it. Anyway, lower A-arms out of sheet styrene. This is the stock exhaust, but of course I chopped it up, made a dual exhaust. Gold plated the mufflers, gold plated you can see up in there the floor pans, floorboards. You see back up in the wheel well right there, it's gold plated. Chromed out the transmission pan, chromed out the tips. I got a 4-link built on it, equal length 4-link, so all the bars are the same length. Pins on it, drive shafts working with it. Playing with the rear end bracing right there, made some spikes. See the cups on it, ball and cup. You know how to do it, clean and simple. Let me hook my switch up real quick, I'll show you what it does. So it hops pretty good. Got some stiff springs on it, which is a good thing for the bounce and the rebound. So ink pen springs are good, but you know, different pens have different strength springs. But if you go to the hardware store, you'll be able to find some assortment of springs. They won't have it at every hardware, but Sean Hustle taught me that. Three wheel both sides. Everything rolls. Live axle in the back. On the bumper. So it'll go all day. You see the bounce when it comes down. So this thing, I had it all completely finished and completely painted. And then I figured out the A-arms wasn't going to work. So I had to build a complete front end after it was already painted. And you know how difficult that can be once a car is already finished. You have to do some surgery to it. So that's my 84. Hope everybody enjoys it. Thanks as always to all my comments, subscribers, and likes. And this is John Connor signing out. I'll see you on the next one.